Well, there is no doubt the unemployment statistics are staggering.
So we spoke with a career coach for a look at the best ways of landing a job in these unprecedented times.
Rachel Azier just graduated from Grand Valley State with a double major in English and writing and is hoping to work in publishing.
I had an awesome internship with the Grand Rapids magazine. So cool. I'm kind of looking at two different spheres here, more the publishing side or journalism.
Like so many other Michiganders right now, she is not working.
I worked at Dairy Queen in high school, and they've reached out to me and said I could come back, which is strange. But yeah, right now I'm still trying to hold out hope for that career job.
But for the millions of Americans worried about their next round of bills, the key to landing a job right now, according to a career coach, Fran Berrick, is understanding your strengths and talents.
This is regardless whether it's career launch when you're 22 or career transition when you're 40 or 50. You have to really identify what the key marketable skills you have, as well as your innate strengths.
Berrick says then do an analysis of who needs those strengths and properly communicate them in a forward-looking manner.
People don't want to know what you did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, especially if you're in career transition. And they want to know what you bring to the table and why you're here for the future. If you can't communicate that in a compelling manner, you really are at a disadvantage.
If a job in your career field isn't available right now, Berrick says taking a so-called lesser job is all about your mindset.
In the end, the only person stopping you in those kind of situations is you and perhaps your ego. If you need, to produce an income, you have to decide what's realistic for you right now and grab a hold of it.
And in the meantime, volunteering or improving your skill set through a local organization like Michigan Works can go a long way.
It doesn't have to be expensive, and employers don't care where you got the skills as long as you have them.
Rachel making a few extra bucks right now while expanding her resume, freelancing.
So I made a logo for myself. I made a little post on my hometown South Lyons Facebook page. They're like what's happening in the town page. And I just said, if anyone needs a website, if anyone needs a logo or anything like that. And so I've had a couple of successes from there.
Spearmint Coaching research shows only 20% of job applicants get an interview. So once you see an opening that excites you, make your first impression count.
I don't want to rock anybody's world, but on resumes, people are spending less than 90 seconds on your resume, right? Can you imagine how much time they're spending on your cover letter? My number one rule is that the cover letter should not cover anything that's available on the resume.
Berrick says start the cover letter by addressing the company's needs specifically, explaining to them how you've done what they're hiring for.
The second paragraph can talk about your understanding of the company.
Perhaps how your brand aligns with their brand values. And then lastly,
you can ask for an interview, look forward to meeting them in person, continuing this discussion, but really short and sweet. Three tight paragraphs tops.
And while it can be scary right now, Fran says if you block out the noise and the daunting statistics, your focus will become more clear.
I really do believe deep in my heart is that where there's crisis, there's also opportunity. And the most important thing is to stay flexible and positive about what the change may bring.
I hope to be somewhere in Michigan working at a job that's paying me to write, that I can finally use these skills that I graduated with. And really right now, I'm so excited for the change, something to start happening. I'm excited for a position that I know is out there somewhere.
Now, Fran also reminds us that it's important to send out a quick 1 or 2 line follow-up email after an interview within 24 hours, essentially thanking them for the opportunity, of course, keeping you on top of their mind as well. When it comes to networking, don't forget about those what she calls warm contacts, people you know at a company, because some businesses actually offer, as you may have heard, referral incentives to employees who bring in talent to their company, so they in turn would have a monetary incentive for helping you out and finding a job. Good advice.